So this Financial Times guy, Robert Armstrong, watches Trump do his usual song and dance, threatens massive tariffs, markets tank, then Trump backpedals faster than a cyclist with broken brakes. And Armstrong goes, "You know what? This deserves a name." Enter Taco. Trump always chickens out.
Which is actually quite clever.
Clever? Morgan, it's psychological warfare disguised as a breakfast food. And here's where it gets absolutely delicious. Some reporter asks Trump about it at a press conference, and he completely loses his shit. "Don't ever say what you said." Like a 5-year-old who just got called a scaredy cat.
But that's exactly my point.
The man who built his entire brand on giving people nasty nicknames, Sleepy Joe, Crooked Hillary, gets called a chicken, and suddenly he's more triggered than a Twitter activist finding a 2010 tweet.
Tessa, darling, you're missing the forest for the trees here. This isn't ego destruction. This is Trump playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Oh, come off it. The body language experts, these are actual professionals, not my drunk uncle at Christmas. They said he looked like a wounded animal. Patty Wood literally said his posture was shrinking. When has Donald Trump ever made himself smaller?
When it serves his purpose. Think about it. The man spent 4 years convincing half of America that the entire establishment was out to get him. Now, Wall Street creates a meme calling him a chicken, and what happens? It's the perfect persecution narrative gift-wrapped with a bow.
So you're telling me that when Trump said, "That's the nastiest question," he was, method acting?
I'm saying the man who turned fake news into a rallying cry doesn't accidentally have meltdowns. He has strategic meltdowns. There's a difference.
Okay, but explain this to me then. And I want you to really think about this, Morgan. The Democratic National Committee literally parked a taco truck outside Republican headquarters with someone in a Trump chicken suit. Jimmy Kimmel did his entire monologue in a taco costume, calling him El Pollo Loco. Stephen King tweeted, "Taco, Trump always chickens out," and got 56,000 likes. This isn't political criticism anymore. This is cultural humiliation.
You know what that sounds like to me? Elite coastal mockery. And you know what Trump's base hears when Stephen King and Jimmy Kimmel are laughing at their guy? Validation.
Are you serious right now?
Dead serious. Greg Gutfeld went on Fox and said, "We like tacos. That's why this doesn't work." J.D. Vance called it the lamest opposition in American history. They're not defending Trump. They're dismissing the attack entirely.
But that's the beautiful thing about this taco moment. It's not coming from the political opposition. It's coming from Wall Street. These are the people who supposedly understand money and power. When an investment bank analyst says you always chicken out, that's not political theater. That's professional assessment.
And yet, here's what's fascinating. Joachim Clement, who's tracking this whole thing, said the more viral taco becomes, the less likely Trump is to back down. So if Wall Street wanted to actually change his behavior, they've just guaranteed he'll dig in harder.
Because his ego can't handle it. You just proved my point. A psychologically secure person would laugh it off or ignore it. But Trump? Oh no, now he's trapped. He can't negotiate because that would prove the meme right. His own narcissism has painted him into a corner.
Or, and stay with me here, he's just reset the entire negotiation framework. Now, if he does make any trade concessions, his base will see it as him standing up to elite mockery, not chickening out.
That is the most twisted logic I've ever heard. You're basically saying getting humiliated was strategic.
I'm saying that for a man who once tweeted that he had the largest inauguration crowd in history while standing in front of photos proving he didn't, reality is negotiable. Truth is whatever serves the narrative.
Okay, but here's what you can't spin though. And this is where I think you're being too generous. One of his own aides said, and I quote, "He felt blindsided. It's like a challenge to his manhood." Not his political strategy, Morgan. His manhood.
And who exactly is this mysterious aide? Because every anonymous source story about Trump seems to paint him as either a genius or an idiot, depending on what narrative the leaker wants to sell.
Fine, forget the anonymous sources. Let's talk about something concrete, the markets. Thomas Sayer literally said, He does in fact always chicken out. And now traders are making money off the taco trade, betting that Trump will bluff and retreat. Wall Street has turned his psychology into a profitable trading strategy.
Which brings us back to the fundamental question. If Trump's entire approach is so predictable and weak, why does he keep winning elections?
Because political skill and psychological fragility aren't mutually exclusive. You can be a brilliant manipulator and still have a glass jaw when someone finds the right pressure point.
And what if the glass jaw is just another manipulation? What if getting people to underestimate him, to think a silly food meme can break him, is exactly where he wants to be?
All right, Morgan, final question then. If this is all calculated, if Trump is this master manipulator, why did he ban that reporter from future press conferences?
He did what?
You didn't know? Yeah. That strategic reaction included making sure Megan Casella from CNBC can't ask him about tacos ever again. Real 4D chess move there, banning the people who hurt your feelings.
Okay, you might have me there.
The man who claims he's the ultimate negotiator just proved he can't even negotiate with a food pun. And that, my friends, is how Wall Street broke Donald Trump with a bloody taco.